What's up, music history family? It's your boy, Memphis Flash Zach. And today we're going to talk about when Elvis first bought Graceland. By 1957, Kid from Tupelo was officially the king of rock and roll. Hit records were printing money, fans were swarming his neighborhood, and at just 22 years old, he desperately needed a sanctuary. He needed a castle. In March of that year, he found Graceland, a 13-acre estate in Memphis. He bought it for just over $100,000, but because he was stuck out on the road touring, he actually had to send his mom and dad with a $1,000 check to lock down the deal. So how did a 22-year-old country boy transform his quiet estate into the most famous home in music history? So hit that subscribe button and let's get straight into it. The date was March 19, 1957. That was the exact day the deal became official. But Elvis wasn't even in Memphis to sign the paperwork. He was out on the road, completely swarmed by fans on a massive tour. So he handed a $1,000 personal check to his parents, Vernon and Gladys, and sent them to negotiate the deal of a lifetime. They met up with the property owners Ruth Brown Moore and her husband to lock down the 13-acre estate. The final price tag? $102,500. To secure the mansion, Elvis actually traded in his family's previous home on Audubon Drive as part of the down payment. The Moores loved the property, and it helped seal the deal perfectly. The moment the ink dried on that Tuesday afternoon, a quiet, colonial-style farm built by a Memphis banking family officially became the headquarters for the rock and roll revolution. Though his parents signed the papers that day, Elvis didn't waste any time. The very next day, he flew back into town, walked up those front steps, and laid eyes on his brand new castle for the first time as the official owner. The king had found his home. Now, you can't talk about Graceland without talking about those legendary custom gates at the front of the driveway. But when Elvis first bought the mansion in March of 1957, they weren't even there. With fans swarming the property day and night, the king needed security, but he wanted to keep it stylish. So in April of 1957, he hired a man named Abe Sauer from the Tennessee Fabricating Company to build something completely custom. Elvis wanted a musical theme, and Sauer delivered with an absolute masterpiece. A pair of iron gates featuring a silhouette of Elvis playing guitar, surrounded by giant floating musical notes. The gates were officially delivered and installed on April 22, 1957, just a few weeks before the family officially moved in. It cost him around $1,300. Which was a ton of money for a gate back then, but it instantly became a piece of rock and roll history. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. It kept the wild crowds of screaming fans safe at the bottom of the hill, while letting the whole world know they were standing at the entrance of a king's castle. From a quiet colonial estate to a rock and roll fortress, those musical gates became the ultimate symbol of the king's success. 1957 was the year Elvis truly built his castle. If you love this look into music history, do your boy a huge favor, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment below. And until next time, this is Memphis Flash Zach, keeping the music history alive. Catch y'all on the next one.